You spend weeks trying to figure out the perfect YouTube niche, drowning in complex editing suites and blowing your budget on stock footage just to get stuck at 0 views.
It feels completely impossible to compete anymore, right? But the traditional rules of the creator economy just got completely wiped out overnight. It feels completely impossible to compete anymore, right? But the traditional rules of the creator economy just got completely wiped out overnight.
You spend weeks trying to figure out the perfect YouTube niche, drowning in complex editing suites and blowing your budget on stock footage just to get stuck at 0 views. You spend weeks trying to figure out the perfect YouTube niche, drowning in complex editing suites and blowing your budget on stock footage just to get stuck at 0 views. You spend weeks trying to figure out the perfect YouTube niche, drowning in complex editing suites and blowing your budget on stock footage just to get stuck at 0 views.
You pull up your browser and download the specialized Claude Code terminal interface by Anthropic. Once installed, you pivot directly away from standard chat settings and jump right into the localized code environment. To actually make the system generate high-retention visual assets for you, you connect it to an external infrastructure layer using the Hixfield CLI tool. Running a couple of basic setup commands inside your terminal instantly bridges the text models with automated design systems. Here's the core technical trick that separates the amateurs from the pros. You can't just dump a raw text block into the AI system and expect a masterpiece. The backend needs clear structural parameters to operate effectively. First, you record your raw vocal track using a real, natural human delivery. Then, instead of just using the text, you run that audio file through a tool like TurboScribe to extract a full script embedded with exact microsecond timestamps. This data tracking approach is the foundation for mastering how to use AI automation to create a YouTube channel step by step. When you have structural time anchors like 07, 15, or 23 seconds hard-coded into your data, the command terminal knows exactly how to map asset transitions perfectly to the rhythm of your voice. Now, you copy your master prompt into Claude Code right above your timestamped script. The instructions need to tell the engine to execute batch tasks, creating separate visual storyboards for every single time marker in the data layer. You specify the exact visual direction, whether you want technical schematics, hyper-realistic imagery, or even those highly popular minimalist MS Paint-style drawings that keep viewers hooked due to their unique aesthetic. The system spins up multiple background processes, automatically rendering over 100 distinct assets in less than 10 minutes. The real game changer here is instructing the AI to name each image file with the exact corresponding timestamp number, which completely eliminates manual sorting later on. Once the rendering phase is complete, you instruct Claude Code to download all the generated files locally into a dedicated workspace folder. You pull up a free timeline editor like CapCut or Premiere Pro and import your assets along with your main audio track. Since every single image title is literally its timeline coordinate, editing becomes a massive breeze. You simply drag the asset breaks to match the exact timestamps on the track. You don't have to spend hours listening, cutting, and syncing anymore. The system handles the mapping, allowing you to assemble a premium, high-retention video in less than 10 minutes that flows flawlessly. What makes this system so disruptive is the sheer speed of execution. In the past, creating a high-quality 10-minute video meant sitting in front of a rendering monitor for 3 to 4 days, fixing framing issues and tweaking graphics. Now, the system handles the bulk of the heavy lifting while you focus purely on the strategic messaging. You can comfortably produce 5 to 10 times more content without sacrificing visual quality or viewer engagement, which is exactly how new channels are outpacing established creators in saturated niches. Additionally, this terminal workflow keeps your channel safe from common algorithmic traps. Because the visual style is entirely driven by unique prompt inputs and customized layers, the final output remains completely original. The
The system guarantees that your visuals are uniquely generated for your specific script, ensuring you never trigger automated content flags or penalty systems. You get all the benefits of high-speed automation while maintaining the creative integrity of a traditional production studio. As the platform continues to evolve, the gap between traditional creators and automated workflows will only widen. Creators who refuse to adapt to these back-end command tools will find it incredibly difficult to keep up with the volume and consistency required to stand out in today's feeds. By taking control of these systems early, you're not just saving time, you're building a highly scalable media asset that operates with maximum efficiency. Stepping into the future of content creation means working smarter, eliminating production bottlenecks, and leveraging advanced automation systems to scale your output efficiently. If you want to keep crushing the YouTube algorithm, mastering automated workflows, and building a highly profitable online business, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now. We drop deep dive operational breakdowns every single week to give you the ultimate competitive edge. Thanks for locking in today, and this is Online Business Solution.